It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Steelers on Sunday night.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. You look at the defense for these Texans. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And not just speed, not just their physical skills. You know what pulls it all together for this secondary? They're smart.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Presley Harvin now. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here. And that's complete to Adams. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. First and 10, it's Stroud. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Texans at 5-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind in the best way.
Touchdown, Texans! Take down his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now Ritter to throw on first down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Going play action. Ritter. His throw incomplete. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long,
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ritter after that pick 6. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 2nd down now, Carrington. And down he'll go at the 25.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Ritter back to throw. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Stroud working out of the gun. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Stroud. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
The coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
Here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, Carrington, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. Looking to throw it here, Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
And the Steelers first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the four. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cortland Sutton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 48-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. Stroud. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
At the 39-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out. and that could be their Achilles heel.
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Now a quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 3rd down, Carrington. And he will have a Steelers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Ritter now. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Carrington. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Carrington. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st down, here's Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete here.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Will Anderson, his 2nd sack of the night.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ritter.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On 2nd down now, Carrington. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Ritter.
And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston makes it 4th down.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stroud. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's a gain of 9.
Ritter.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Steelers first down.
Ritter to throw it.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. Here's Ritter. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Up the middle with Eckler. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
At the 26-yard line.
On second down, Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 9. Here's Stroud.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz from 10 yards out.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. That one caught by Bibbs, his running back. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ritter from the gun. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
C.J. Stroud and the offense back out there. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly are readying up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2nd down throw now from Stroud. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Stroud. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Stroud. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Throwing now is Stroud. And it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 1-yard line.
And they'll run here with Gibson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
On second down, it's Stroud. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Stroud now to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. That is caught by Dell. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Stroud looking to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown! Tank Dell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. 1st down, here's Ritter. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Ritter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. set up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or really something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To the air again, it's Ritter. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Stroud now on 2nd down. It's caught. Cooper. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Stroud. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Working from the gun, Ritter. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 14. First down, Steelers.
Ritter on 1st and 10. That one caught by Bibbs, his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They need 2. Here's third down. Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ritter now.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Ritter from the gun. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Chris Godwin.
36 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ritter's throw hauled in by Washington.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
2 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Ritter back to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
That is incomplete.
The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. That one taken in by Adams. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Once more, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
On first down, Ritter.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
A final shot now for Ritter.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.